Today I'm going to be talking about if the AERODROME hype is dead and going to be going into an in-depth analysis about it. I'm going to see if it's a good buy for me and also take an analysis at the AERODROME platform. So first of all, it's kind of well known on Twitter and stuff that the AERODROME team is really good and they're really good at what they do and they're very passionate about their project. But as you guys know, with like 99% of coins on the crypto market, things go through periods. They go through really good periods and really bad periods. You'll see some coins pump like over 10x and you'll see some just go good for a couple days and then crash. So every coin is different and you really have to do your due diligence. It doesn't even matter what the utility is, it's just the nature of running a business and of a decentralized exchange. Things go up and they go down. Even if you take a look at the traditional financial industry, things go up and they go down all the time. So as you can see, back in September, AERODROME launched. Actually, it was August 30th and it went up very fast to a 200 TVL. And all the way fast forward to April, end of April, it was hitting almost $800 million TVL. As you can see, in April, there was a bit of a dip, but since the beginning of May, it had a very great run all the way until June. But then around like June 10th, June 8th, June 7th, it started to go down and has been declining up until today, June 22nd. The decline can be tied back to a couple reasons. Now, first of all, the AERODROME yields are declining. A big reason is that there's more liquidity coming into the market, and since there's more liquidity coming into the market, the same tokens need to be split across way more people. Also, if you take a look at like the 7-day or 1 month chart, you can see that the AERO coin is going down in price, which just overall causes the rewards to be lower. However, AERODROME did develop a system that incentivizes you to keep AERO within the ecosystem. But of course, as someone who's actually providing liquidity and trying to earn passive income, they're trying to do multiple things here. First of all, some people want to keep it in the ecosystem, which is really best for the platform and will make it thrive. And then some people want to compound it and put it back into a liquidity pool. So for example, if they take AERO and put it into USDC or something, they end up having to sell some of that AERO, and during that time where they're selling the coin, it causes a decline in the price. And then of course, there's some people who just want to sell the USDC, put it in their bank account, and again, you're having to sell the AERO, which causes the price to go down. And looking at the total global market crypto charts, you can see that ever since about April 30th, it has been a good run, and we went all the way up in June to a market cap of 2.7 trillion. Keep in mind, this is an indicator of the crypto global market cap, and this is like typically driven by Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and really blue chip assets. But if we look at this exact same chart length, 3 months on the AERO price chart, 3 months, you can see that it actually has been going down a significant amount. So as we saw in April, it was up on the 3-month chart, and it just kept going down, hit a very steep hit. April 30th, less than $1, and then going up a bit, and then kept going down, and now we're at about 70 cents today. Again, a huge reason for this is that people are selling AERO token while they're yield farming. And even though the AERODROME platform is doing really good in terms of TVL because people are putting their liquidity into it, the AERO coin is just suffering because a lot of people end up selling those tokens because they just want to earn the income. And there's a time and place for everything, and there's a strategy to be executed on every single platform no matter what it is. So for example, let's take a look at a pair that's on the AERODROME platform that's not directly related to the AERO coin. So we have OVN to USD plus, and keep in mind this is a full range pool and that the yield for this pool has gone up over the course of this period. And the main reason for the yield going up is because less people are providing liquidity for it. And you can see over here in April as well in May, there was very high volume. And going into June, you can see the volume decreased a ton. And then there was a bit here in the middle of June, around June 12th, June 13th. And the thing you got to remember is that since this volume went down, there has not been as much trading action going on. There is also not much price action. As you can see, ever since over here when there's a ton of volume, the price has just been going down, and it's just very low compared to these days over here. This typically hints that there's a decline in overall volume in the total market, and decline in volume in the total market also leads to a decline in yield as well. So now all the people who are holding AERO token, locking it, and getting all the incentives, they're not getting much money anymore. They're not getting as much. So now they basically don't want to hold as much AERO token. Overall, AERODROME is a great platform. They had a great April as well as a great May. Like, I'm talking great. But that ended up leading to a decline in price because a lot of people were selling their tokens. Because all these people that were providing liquidity just wanted to extract their dollars back. They didn't want to extract the AERO tokens themselves. So let's talk about my personal opinion as if I would buy AERO token right now. Now, it is at a pretty solid price point for a buy-in. Seems like it's nowhere near the peak. However, I don't know if this is the best price we're going to see. It's at 70 cents, and it seems like it's continuing to fall across the 7 days, even though right here it went up a bit. So for me, I just feel like it's going to keep going down a bit more. So I think it could get better. But overall, when the bull run comes back into play, the Base network that's actually backed by Coinbase is going to be one of the biggest movers when it comes to tokens being deployed, as well as when it comes to overall volume. And we can already see that when we go to DeFi Llama. So Base is already at, let's see, the 7th largest volume, and the TVL is currently sitting at 1.58 billion. Look, their 24-hour volume is even 367 million. That's higher than Blast here in 6th place and almost as high as BSC in 3rd place. I think Base could definitely overtake Blast, AERODROME, and then Solana. Let me know in the comments what you think down below. I'd love to have a chat and hear your thoughts. And when that ends up happening, guess what would also end up happening? Well, AERODROME is the #1 platform on the Base network. Look, this is literally by a long shot. It has double the TVL of Uniswap, which is in 2nd place, and like 6x of Extra Finance. It's just a long shot, not even close. This means that AERODROME platform is going to be what leads the overall market on Base. So you're probably wondering how this works. So let's go ahead and take a look at Ethereum, which is the largest network on the decentralized exchange. And the largest decentralized exchange on the Ethereum network is Uniswap, basically, with a 4.8 billion TVL. So if we take a look at Uni token and take a look at a previous market, let's see, you can go back and see it did very, very well over here. And this is definitely due to the fact that Uniswap was a prominent exchange, well, the prominent exchange on the Ethereum network. As well, when we had this DeFi summer and the Ethereum network was just blowing up, it really sent this price to the moon. These are just some of the considerations that you should be taking into account when you're looking at whether you should buy AERO. I personally wouldn't put all my money into AERO, and at the moment I'm not holding any of it. But if I was going to put money into it, I'd probably do a sort of dollar cost average strategy and invest into the token over time rather than all at once at a certain price. Now, me personally, I don't hold any decentralized exchange tokens at the moment. I don't think they have as much utility as something that has straightforward utility like Fetch AI. Even Render token, whereas that here I see way more utility in. But a lot of these decentralized tokens I think are needed for these ecosystems to survive. I do think they are solid tokens. I just personally would rather put my capital into something like Render, where I see more utility in than decentralized tokens. I've just been taking a look into a lot of AI narrative tokens recently, so that's what I've been interested in. So those are my current thoughts on the AERODROME platform. With that being said, over at Builder Wealth, we help people build passive income portfolios using decentralized finance, and we've done this with over 120 people already. And we've worked with some of the largest names in the space, such as Polygon Labs, Aperture Finance, AERODROME, and Velodrome. And if you're interested in working with us, I'm going to leave the link down below to actually see if you qualify. Just go ahead, click the link, and hit apply now. We are pretty strict about accepting people into our platform since we do work with only 15 clients per month. Another thing I do want to mention is that we recommend having at least $20,000 in capital if you're looking into working with us. And this is because we do charge for our services, and typically like $20,000 is a good amount to offset for the service fees. And of course, we get hundreds of applicants every week, so it's completely up to you if you want to join or not. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and notifications turned on, and I'll see you in the next one.